Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're looking into something, well, pretty fundamental to how our lives seem to unfold: karma. And let's forget the idea of it being some kind of cosmic scorekeeper doling out punishment.
Right. That's a really common misconception.
Instead, maybe we can explore it as, the ultimate law of cause and effect.
Yeah.
A force that's constantly shaping our soul's evolution.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Every single action, even a thought, sends out a ripple.
A ripple that comes back.
It has to. And that really leads us to the big question for today, doesn't it? Why do certain patterns keep showing up in our lives?
Yeah, why do we keep hitting the same walls or finding the same kinds of joy even?
What if those events, the good and the challenging, aren't just random? What if they actually reflect a kind of deeper spiritual blueprint?
A blueprint.
Yeah.
But one we're writing ourselves.
Sort of, yeah. We're actively contributing to it with every choice we make. It's not set in stone.
Okay, so our mission here is to really get under the skin of how karma influences your spiritual path, how it plays out day to day in modern life.
And especially in relationships, that's a big one.
Definitely. We want to move past any maybe fear around the word karma and see it more like a compass.
A tool for transformation.
Right. Consider this maybe a shortcut to understanding these ideas and seeing how they directly apply to you.
Okay, so let's start with part one. Karma's impact on that spiritual journey. So at its heart, karma is this universal principle. Every action, every thought, every intention you put out there, that's energy you're sending out.
Okay.
And that energy creates a ripple that, well, eventually finds its way back to you.
So it's not external judgment.
No, not at all. It's
Yeah.
more like the inherent consequence of your own energy.
Like planting tomatoes and getting, tomatoes,
Yeah.
not zucchinis.
That's a great way to put it. And, the intention behind the planting, like the quality of the soil, it really affects the harvest. But it's so crucial to see karma as a teacher. It's not about punishment.
A teacher. How so?
Think of it like a mirror. It reflects back to you the things you need to see.
Like patterns.
Patterns, yeah. Recurring situations, maybe emotions you've buried, lessons you've been trying to avoid. The challenges you face aren't just bad luck. They're actually invitations. Invitations to look in that mirror and grow.
It's not meant to shame you then.
No, it's meant to illuminate, to show you where you have the power to make changes.
So those cycles we get stuck in, feeling like we're on a hamster wheel,
Yeah.
that's not supposed to be an inescapable trap.
Not from a spiritual viewpoint, no. The whole karmic cycle is fundamentally designed for evolution, for growth.
Okay.
The ultimate goal in a lot of traditions isn't really about escaping life or avoiding the tough stuff. It's about achieving liberation from the cycle itself.
Wow.
Through living with complete awareness, reaching a state where you're free from those old reactive patterns.
Okay, so how do we actually start to, loosen the grip of past karma? How do we start writing a new story?
That's where conscious living really comes into play. It's about your choices now. When you make an effort to act with love, to cultivate compassion for yourself too, that's important.
Yeah.
And when you approach life with clarity and intention, you start to untangle those old knots.
You actively shape a different outcome.
Exactly. You're writing that new narrative.
So this isn't something you need to go on a retreat for necessarily. It's happening right here, right now.
Precisely. Some of the most powerful karmic choices happen in the most ordinary, everyday moments. It's all about bringing awareness to the present.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Part 2, karma in modern life. How does this apply, when you're stuck in traffic or dealing with a difficult colleague?
Right. How do we actually use these principles day to day?
Yeah, give us some practical ways to, cultivate positive karma without becoming a monk.
Okay, well, it can start really simply. Maybe begin each day with a mindful intention, like just a quiet commitment to yourself. Today, I intend to cause no unnecessary harm, or today, I want to be of service in some small way, whatever feels genuine.
Okay, I can see that.
Then, when challenges pop up and they will, instead of that knee-jerk reaction,
Which is so easy to do.
so easy, just pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, okay, what is this teaching me?
Shifting the perspective.
That shift can be incredibly powerful. And another thing, gratitude.
Gratitude. How does that connect?
Well, a heart that genuinely appreciates what it has, it just seems to naturally attract more positive, uplifting energy. It changes your energetic frequency, you could say.
Okay, intention, respond, don't react, gratitude. Those are practical. Anything else?
Forgiveness, this one is huge. It's a really potent karmic tool.
Forgiving others or?
Both, others and yourself. Holding on to resentment, anger, grudges, it keeps you energetically tied to those negative cycles.
Right, it weighs you down.
Completely. The act of forgiving, truly letting go, releases that grip. It creates space for healing. It's not about saying what happened was okay.
No.
It's about freeing yourself from carrying it. Sometimes writing a forgiveness letter, even one you just write for yourself and never send, can be a really concrete way to process and visualize that letting go.
That's a powerful image. So it really sounds like the intention behind what we do is key.
Absolutely crucial. You could do the exact same action, right? But if it comes from a place of ego or fear or trying to manipulate, it creates a very different karmic ripple than if that same action comes from love or empathy or a genuine wish to help.
So conscious living starts with conscious intention.
Exactly. It's the starting point for everything you do, everything you say.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit then. Part 3, relationships. Because, let's be honest, this feels like a major karmic playground. Or maybe battleground sometimes.
Yes. Playground, battleground, classroom. Relationships are definitely a primary arena for karmic stuff to play out.
Why do we sometimes have that instant click with someone? Or the opposite, that immediate, resistance?
That feeling can often be an echo, a resonance from past karmic ties.
You mean like past lives?
Some traditions would say yes, literally. But you can also think of it as unresolved energy from past interactions, maybe even earlier in this life.
Okay.
These unresolved energies can show up as what some people call karmic debts.
Debts. Like owing someone.
Sort of, but energetically. Unresolved conflicts, unmet needs, power imbalances. They can manifest as those really difficult dynamics, the power struggles, the things that trigger intense emotions in your current relationships.
So seeing it that way helps you not take it so personally.
It can, yeah. It helps you see it maybe less as an attack and more as an old imbalance surfacing, asking to be resolved.
So those really challenging relationships, the ones that push all our buttons, they aren't just bad luck or bad pairings.
From this karmic viewpoint, usually not. They are often incredibly potent opportunities for waking up.
Waking up to what?
To those unresolved issues within yourself. The challenges aren't there to punish you. They're there to bring things to the surface so you can finally look at them, heal them, and grow.
What kinds of lessons are typically offered through relationships, karmically speaking?
Oh, so many important ones. Empathy. Truly feeling with someone else. Patience. Oh boy, patience.
Tell me about it.
Learning to set healthy boundaries, that's huge for self-respect and respecting others. And maybe the biggest one, learning what unconditional love actually looks like, giving and receiving it without strings attached.
Wow. Looking at it through that lens.
Yeah.
It really does shift things. It makes it harder to just blame the other person, doesn't it?
It really does. It turns the focus inward. What's my part in this dynamic? What's being mirrored back to me?
Yeah.
And healing these kinds of karmic relationship patterns often involves, the tough stuff, like forgiveness, again, like having really honest, sometimes difficult conversations, committing to your own growth. And sometimes healing means recognizing that growth requires letting the relationship go if it consistently hinders your well-being or theirs.
That's hard, but important. So understanding karma here isn't just about decoding the past. It's proactive, too.
Yes, absolutely. It helps you build healthier connections moving forward.
How so?
By being aware of these dynamics, you can make more conscious choices about who you invest your energy in. You can choose connections that align with the lessons you want to learn, and importantly, reflect the kind of love you aspire to give and receive.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Pulling it all together. It really seems like karma isn't some scary, fatalistic thing.
Not at all. It's much more about potential.
It's about waking us up to our own power, maybe, our impact.
Exactly. Its ultimate aim isn't simplistic reward or punishment. It's really to awaken you to your potential, to the impact you have, and to the deeper purpose of your soul's journey through these experiences.
And seeing it like that, it kind of flips the script on responsibility, right?
Yeah.
It's not something just happening to you.
No, you're an active participant. You're co-creating it constantly.
So embracing karma as, like, a guide, it leads to living with more awareness.
Yes. And taking responsibility becomes empowering, not burdensome. You realize the power held in every thought, every word, every action.
So more self-awareness leads to more freedom. Is that the idea?
That's a beautiful way to put it, yeah. Self-awareness is absolutely key. Karma isn't about this intense pressure to be perfect.
Sure.
It's about presence. being fully present in this moment, because it's only from that presence that real wisdom can emerge.
This has been really, really insightful. Thank you. As we finish this deep dive, what's one final thought you'd want to leave everyone with?
Maybe this. Let your life be guided by conscious intention, moment by moment.
Okay.
Let your relationships find their roots in compassion and understanding, even the difficult ones. And let your soul's journey be fueled by knowing, deep down, that you are never just a victim of circumstance or karma. In every single moment, you are its active co-creator.